Great base building blocks, patterns. At low level play, understandably, beginners have a right to be beginners, but this is what patterns would be. Someone is going to miss a forehand return or a backhand return. They're going to miss a forehand ground stroke or a backhand ground stroke, and they double fault. But as they improve, you have to have shots to have patterns. Now, many times players are defined by the patterns they use the most. Someone could be a serve and volley player. Someone could be classified as a baseline player. Some patterns of play would be, I'm going to rally, wait for the short ball, and come in. So you put a combination of shots together. But does someone actually serve and volley? They hit a serve and they come to the net. Does someone take a second serve and come in? Do they have an underspin backhand approach shot where they could take a return as an approach shot and come forward? Do they use variety? Do they arc a ball moving their opponent back? So they hit a high arcing moon ball, and then after that they move in and they hit what we call an invitation shot or a drop shot. But many times players play one way and they don't play patterns. There's about 50 points played in a set. So when you're ahead and you need to know the scoring, say for example you have a green light point where you're ahead by 2 or more points, that's where you could say, I'm going to try to hit a drop shot off the return. I'm going to play a risky shot. We would rather see people play more approach shots than drop shots. So say your opponent's serving to you and it's love 40, you're going to take that second serve and come in. That would be a pattern. All right, so Victor, show us what you know. Tell us what you know, patterns.
So patterns. So in junior tennis, there's not many patterns, and there's about 50 points played in a set. So when your opponent's serving love 40, you can take an approach shot, come in. You can hit a drop shot, but you want to hit more approach shots, of course. And people are classified by the way they play, so the patterns that they play. So if you play like more baseline patterns, so you're then known as a baseline player. If you play like certain volley patterns, then you're known as a certain volleyer. And yeah, those are patterns.
Just give me one pattern that you think is very unusual for junior tennis.
To take an approach shot, to take a second serve and come in.
Take a second serve and come in, that would be a pattern. I think one which is really becoming a lost art is approach volleys. For someone to come in and play in a conventional approach volley out of the air. But you need to understand the targets, the path of the racket, you need to understand patterns.